Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Nimesh and today we are going beyond panels and talk about the 2026 Ringo Awards nomination that were officially announced. And if you follow comic books award season, this year final ballot just dropped a major bombshell. We've got DC Comics invading categories usually reserved for indie darlings. Still, self-published books hold down 50% of the best series slate, but one absolute giant of creator-owned comics completely missed out on the top category. Where in the world is Image Comics on the best series ballot? Let's break down the major surprises, the snubs, and what this ballot tells us about where the indie comics industry is actually heading in 2026. We're going to start with the elephant on the room, Image Comics. Historically, when you talk about creator-owned comics at award shows like the Ringos or even the Eisners, Image usually dominates the best series. They are the crown jewels of creator-owned publishing. But look at this year's best series category. I think it's there. Look at that. Do you notice something? Not a single Image Comics title made the cut for best series. While Image did land a spot in Kids' Book, The Patchwork Girls of Oz, seeing zero flagship Image ongoings title in best series is a massive shift. You might be asking, why did this happen? Well, it comes down to voting dynamics. The Ringos rely heavily on an open fan vote combined with the jury. In the past years, indie creators and micropress publishers have gotten significantly better at mobilizing their readers' bases than the traditional monthly single-issue readers. When you have self-published books and boutique publishers running dedicated social campaigns to get out the vote, traditional trade paperbacks and monthly floppies from mid-tier publishers can get squeezed out. Because, we have the power. Which brings us to the biggest shocker of the mainstream side. DC Comics taking 2 of the 6 spots for best series with Absolute Batman and Absolute Martian Hunter. Now, it's a surprise because mainstream Big 2 superhero books rarely cross over into the best series conversation at the Ringos. Usually, superhero titles get relegated to craft categories like best writers, best artist, or best colorist, but the Absolute Universe isn't behaving like a standard superhero line. DC treated these titles like prestige, creator-driven books, and the market responded. Landing 2 titles on a ballot known for prioritizing indie creator-owned books shows that critical momentum and fan hype were simply too big for voters or for the juries to ignore. Even with DC making a splash, true indie and self-published comics still make up half of the best series ballot. You've got Coexistence, a completely self-published project, sitting right next to the DC flagship books. You've got Granite State Punk from Orange Cone Production and Murder Podcast from Ignition Press, alongside Dark Horse FML. This is what makes the Ringos so fascinating compared to the Eisner or the Harvey. You have creators printing their own books or working with small press publishers going head-to-head with multi-million-dollar corporations and winning slots. And look at the craft categories too. You have indie powerhouse like Joseph Schmalk landing in the best writer right alongside industry veterans like James Tynion IV, Robert Venditti, Dennis Kemp, and even Mark Waid. So what do you think of this year's nomination? Are you surprised Image Comics missed out best series of this year? Is DC Absolute line deserving of the double nomination? Or are you pulling for the self-published and micropress books to take home the trophy? I'm rooting for Murder Podcast from Ignition Press. I hope they take the trophy in September, But I want to know what you guys think are your picks. Drop them down on the comments below. I would love to know your picks. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and keep reading indie comics. They are a treasure trove of creativity and storytellings. And I'll see you in the next one.